Hey guys, happy Friday. I hope you can hear me well on this. Happy Friday, guys. I can't believe the first week of January is already over. And that's how you know time is just the biggest illusion because what the fuck? I feel like I have a really good connection with I feel like I can pick up on what the general society is kind of feeling. And I'm feeling like not a lot of people, not a lot of us, had a week that we maybe have wanted going into the new year. I feel like maybe a lot of us, maybe didn't get back on track as fast as we wanted to, or things just kind of got in the way, or, the week was good, but it just, maybe you're feeling down about how it went going into the first week, right? And I'm here to tell you that it's okay, girl. It's literally an illusion. The fact of oh my God, how you start the first week is not how your entire year is going to be, right? But ultimately, I mean, I've kind of had a very slow but fast week, if that makes sense. Like it hasn't felt super, super crazy. It has felt really slow at some points, which is getting back on track in certain things. But ever since I've gotten back on it, like I've literally just made the decision to just do it. I felt so much better and just so much better. Um, but what I want to talk about today, because I kind of took some time this morning to kind of just connect to myself, I spent some time with, nature, my higher self, my intuition, with God, source, however you kind of identify that, higher power being, right? That energy. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I took some time to just take it slow. I woke up feeling a little groggy. I have a call very soon. So I didn't want to rush at the gym. I'm still going to go to the gym, but I was like, I just kind of want to take it slow this morning. And I made myself some coffee, made myself a greens drink, went outside on the patio. The weather, there's a cold front here in Florida. So, and it's 11:11 right now. I've been seeing 11 and the one's like crazy, guys, like crazy. Anyway, but I was just sitting out there breathing, just taking in the nature, just basically just being present and expressing gratitude for the moment. And I'm very, very connected with my intuition. So like if I get a thought or if I get, images shown to me, I will go and listen to it because I feel like that's God speaking to me through me, right? My highest self kind of just guiding me, right? Um, and my best friend, she kind of got me this like Pisces crystal, like customized box. And the crystals are very raw and very organic and just so well sourced from this earth. And I have a lot of crystals. And what I mean by like with the crystals, guys, is everything is energy. And these crystals are sourced from earth itself. And it's like a gift from earth. And you can use them for healing when you use them with the right intention, right? Um, what I mean by that is like don't get a crystal and like put no intention into it. Like if you want to use its healing properties, you have to put the intention into it, cleanse it, all the things. But that's just something that I am really, really just in love with. Just anything that I feel like just comes from the earth that I can use for my own healing is just so beautiful to me. But besides the point, I felt the urge to get those crystals out and I put them out slowly and I'm just like feeling just the healing energy of them and just like sipping my coffee. I hit the bowl. I was just feeling good, y'all. I was feeling just so connected to the universe and God and just connected because we are all connected, right? Like it's separation is an illusion in itself, right? So with that, I sat and I asked the universe, and when I say the universe, guys, honestly, just to give you an insight on my spiritual perspectives, I believe in everything. Like, I believe that all religions have a truth at its core, is ultimately love. I truly believe that. And I think that humans skew the meaning of them and just make it something that it's not. Era of interpretation, right? And there's a lot of fear and guilt and shame and, even hatred in some. But I don't believe that that's the core of the religion itself, right? So I was pretty much raised Christian. My dad is like, he's not very religious, but he grew up Roman Catholic. My mom's not very religious. She's more spiritual, but she's Christian, And I grew up very Christian, but more spiritual, like very much. I loved the beauty of like what the Bible offered in its literature, but like you know how it is, like in some Christian culture, it's there can be some like shame that you grow up with or fear, and like I don't believe in that. I just believe that, I just don't believe that. But because of where I am now in my spiritual journey, being, practicing crystal healing, and using oracle cards, and using those tools to tap into my intuition and connect with that higher guidance. Um when I say the universe, I believe of like I think of like the feminine energy of like I truly believe of like the universe as like a more of a feminine motherly energy. And when I say God, I think of more a masculine, protective, strong, stoic energy. So just wanted to share that just in case any of you guys were curious. I'm like, what do you believe or whatever? But I believe in everything. I believe in love, peace, kindness, you know, that's my religion right there. But moving on, um, I was just connecting with the universe, and I was like, okay, God, like, you know, what does what does my community need to hear today, right? Like, what do these girls, even guys, right? Because I know some guys listen to my podcast too. Like, what do my people need to hear from you today? And I believe I have to share how you need to connect more with your divine feminine energy. Stick with me here, because if you don't know what the hell that is, I'm about to break it down. Even if you're a male, everybody has feminine energy within us, okay? It's the compassionate, the soft, the spiritual essence, the art, the creative, the flowy, energy, the nurturing energy within us, whether you're male or female, we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. Okay. If you don't like, if like the word feminine and masculine like annoys you for some reason, you can use passive or active energy, yin and yang, fucking, it's all the same shit. Okay. So, um, with that being said, we have feminine and masculine energy. Okay. So let me break down what those two actually mean. Okay. And I'm going to break it down into the healthy versions and the toxic versions, because you'll definitely see both of that. Feminine, what is feminine and masculine energy? This is, and why is this important for you to know? This is important for you to know, guys, because a lot of us are, I'm going to get into why it's important. But first, let's break down what it is. Okay. So you have your divine feminine energy and you have your divine masculine energy. Okay. Just want you to stick with me here, because we're going to break this the fuck down. Okay. The divine feminine energy, okay, is an energy that connects and binds. It connects you to yourself. It connects you to others with love, and that cord of connection is just love itself, right? Nurturing. It is, it is basically just qualities of love, compassion, empathy, emotional bonding, inner peace, and calm, creates space for the union of energies collectively. I know that was a lot, that last part, but it basically is just a very, like, just I want you to think of like a very, my mother reminds me a lot of like someone who has that divine feminine energy. It's like that queen energy. It's like this quiet strength, but it's just filled with so much compassion and love and nurturing. Okay. Now, the divine masculine energy is, you want to think of like a strong stoic father, like just like a great man. You know what I mean? A man who has, you know, his ego is, deflated, but he represents leadership. And I say he because I don't know. Again, it's not gender based, because a woman can have very strong masculine energy, but it is someone who represents leadership, right? This like this energy of leadership, and not bossiness, but leadership, right? A great leader, someone who takes charge of situations and takes action rather than just focuses on the being of it, right? Feminine energy is meant to teach us to let things flow and to surrender and let things come to us. It's that I don't chase, I attract vibes. Feminine energy is that magnetic energy where people just they just not even people, but just like abundance and all the things just come to you because you go inward, right? Masculine energy teaches us to follow through, right? Because you need both. You can't just have one without the other. If you're just somebody who's just all up in your feminine and you have no sense of masculine, you're going to be imbalanced in a way and it's going to show in your life, right? Like maybe you're someone who doesn't really take action on things, right? And you're too gentle with yourself, right? And that's what we're going to go into now is more of the unevolved or wounded feminine and the unevolved and wounded masculine, okay? Because it's completely different things. Okay, so now that we know what the divine feminine and the divine masculine kind of are feeling like, right? The divine feminine energy is, intuitive, it's grounded, receptive, strong, empathetic, compassionate, magnetic, supportive, just all the things, right? Creative. The divine masculine is deeply present, doesn't judge, is supportive, has discipline, focused, logical, protective, confident, accountable, great integrity, stable. This reminds me of my partner. He has very healthy energies. Like he has a very strong divine masculine energy and he's very also connected with his feminine in that way. Um and like he's very romantic at the same sense, he's very intuitive, he's very connected to his emotions, and he just allow girls didn't even get me started. Okay, I love this man anyway. But now if we go into the wounded aspects of this, and I promise you guys this is all so freaking important for you to know. Literally, this is, if you got made it this far, this is, you need to know all this, so watch it to the end. Okay, listen to the end. Wounded feminine energy is going to look like more of what we compare to like the weakness of it, right? Like that, we're going to get into that more. But wounded feminine is like the insecure, needy, codependent, manipulative, inauthentic, over emotional victim mindset. That's aspects of your wounded feminine. The wounded masculine and the toxic masculine can look like controlling, aggressive, cold, withdraws, avoid situations, way too competitive, abusive, and just unstable, right? It's that toxic machismo, masculine energy. I'm telling you, you are not a man. There is nothing sexy, and again, even if you're a woman, because I have had a lot of toxic masculine aspects in myself back then, there's nothing sexy or powerful about being aggressive and overbearing and just like beating your chest. Okay, there's so much power in that quiet strength. Okay, and this is what we're going to get into now, because we as a culture, guys, we live in a toxic masculine culture. Okay, America in itself, and a lot of just immigrants coming to America and adopting this mentality, and just also just be living in a fight or flight. It's this hustle culture, grind to death mindset, right? This toxic masculinity in our culture, it is legit burnout and tying your worth to achievements and productivity. Okay. Does this sound like you? Do you feel like if you're not productive, that your worth, like you tie your worth to that? Do you feel like you're not good enough, or you're comparing yourself and you tie your worth to achievements and to external things, right? That's toxic masculine energy. We also have a lot of wounded feminine energy, but I think it's just because as a culture, we are so deep in our masculine that we've neglected our feminine energy. I believe as a society, we've looked down upon softness, gentleness, and compared it to weakness. And we have gone wrong there. We have gone wrong because, you can't have one without the other. And I do believe that we're waking up as a culture going into this era of Aquarius, and Aquarius just being the sign of just like innovativeness and just not going against, not just like going with what everybody else is saying, right? I think we still got a lot of work to do, but that's why I want to share this message. Okay. So I kind of want to share a little bit of my story with this whole feminine masculine energy, balance, finding that balance, and maybe you guys will resonate. But basically, I had a lot of I felt like I had a great balance when I was young. Then I got into a really toxic relationship in high school, very toxic. It was great in the beginning, but he was an addict. And I was the person who like wanted to heal him, right? That was my feminine energy being like, "Oh my god, like I see a wounded person, I want to heal them. I'll be the one to change them." That worked for like 2 years, and then it went downhill, right? And what happened was is that he broke me. He absolutely broke my little soul back then. And obviously, I became stronger from it, but I, he basically, his actions and actions of others basically just absolutely ruined my self-worth, my inner just love and that softness in me, right? There was a lawnmower. I was like, do not play with me right now with that lawnmower shit. um so with that, and of course, like I was young, guys, like not ever in this day and age right now would I ever allow someone to even get close to being able to take away my power. But I gave my power away by seeking to heal somebody who never asked to be healed, right? And what happened was is that I was in my feminine and I had healthy energies. And what happened was this toxic relationship that caused me a lot of traumas. Basically, just like I went from one spectrum to the other side of the spectrum, and I became extremely hyper masculine. Okay, with my energy, I became very cold and hard, and I shut people out with my heart. And girl, I found power in that. I was like power hungry almost. It was like I in college, and you mix that with drinking, like binge drinking, I was very aggressive, very, you know, just overly independent. I don't need no man. Fucking these men ain't shit. Like I like literally just like a very like ugh, like I'm actually kind of cringing, but very just like cold, like hard. Yeah. Okay. And what happened was is that I did not like who I was becoming. Okay. I ended up getting in another relationship, and it was a very healthy relationship. I would say that this person, I because I was so heavy in my masculine, I felt like I attracted a man who was great, and he helped me heal a lot of that energy. But he also was like a little bit of like, oh my god, this sounds so mean. I doubt anybody would listen to this, but a little bit of a beta. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, but great man, but a little bit of a beta. And I think I just like took. Like, he basically wouldn't put me in my place. He just allowed me to kind of walk all over him. And like because I was so in that masculine, I kind of took advantage of that, right? Like I said, I was power hungry, and it got worse when I drank. And this is just me being so vulnerable right now. But with that relationship allowed me to like it kind of, and I always told him this, it felt like the relationship was putting up a mirror to me. Like it was putting up a mirror, and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like it. I was just like, this isn't me. And I don't like being this cold and hard and aggressive and yeah. And, you know, intimidating, and I just didn't like it. I just didn't like what I saw. So regardless, I do feel like this relationship helped me to kind of tap more into that softer energy because this person didn't deserve what I was kind of spewing out and projecting. And when someone doesn't deserve something, you do feel guilt after, right? Like you don't feel good about kind of the way you went about things. And I think that helped me kind of change and grow. Granted, this relationship was just like a chapter in my life that allowed me to then grow a lot and then attract somebody who, oh my God, just really balanced me. And I truly believe that the man I'm with now, he's alpha. You know what I mean? And I believe I have alpha energy, and like but like healthy alpha energy now. And he has that healthy alpha energy. But not only that, because he's so healthy in his energies, it puts me in my feminine energy easier and softer. Like I feel like I can just chill and just be, soft and gentle because I feel so safe with him. And that extra masculine energy, the healthy masculine energy that I have, because I will say that I do believe I'm a woman, that has natural, more masculine energy in a good way. I feel like that can go towards more productive things. Like it can go in my business, and it can go, in the gym, and I can like go take action on things that I don't have to like wear the pants in the relationship. You know what I mean? So with that, it really heals that a lot. But then what I found is, like I said, I have that, where I saw the wounded masculine energy was in my business. And this ties back to kind of what I was talking about, the culture of America and this society of just hustle culture, grind to death mindset, right? Tying my worth to achievements and my productivity. I actually started to see that happen within my business, right? So I started my business, and I found that it was tying a lot of my worth to my business and internalizing things instead of looking at things objectively. And this led to a whole discovery of a whole new way of living that is actually 10 times more magnetic. Okay. And this is where we go into how I started to tap more into that feminine energy in my business, and how this allowed me to just, take it to a whole new level without it feeling like absolute burnout. Like it actually can be so easy. And that's so crazy, because I felt like in order to bring in more sources of income and to help more women and to grow my business, I felt like it had to be this really difficult, hard thing. And it doesn't, because once you learn how to tap into that divine feminine, shit is just more magnetic. You are just attracting shit to you, and that's what makes it easier. Okay. I'm getting towards my max of this podcast. So I am going to dive into ways to tap into your feminine energy, okay? And how to kind of heal and find that balance, because you can't have one without the other, right? Because again, like this whole year was kind of like me seesawing, right? Where I was starting to tap into my feminine energy and I was practicing that. But then I found that I was actually starting to use it as a crutch to like not do the work. And that's the whole point of having the balance, is because if you're just tapping into your feminine, but you're neglecting your healthy masculine, active, action oriented energy, that logical energy, then you're not going to get anywhere, right? So you have to find that balance. Okay. With that, here are some amazing ways to tap into your feminine energy. The first one is slow down more. Slow down. Damn, girl, take a breath. Take a break. Calm the fuck down. Slow down, homegirl, homeboy. Like, truly, you will be okay. Like, you are okay if, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always hearing from people. Oh my God, I'm just so, like, I swear to God, like, I'm always hearing from people. And I'm sorry if that was offensive to anybody, like swearing on God, but either way, I swear, like, I'm always hearing, oh my God, my life's so busy, it's so crazy, it's so chaotic. Oh my God, this, after that, after that. And it's like, I understand life is crazy. We're all going through shit, but like, you gotta slow down. And I truly believe that on a subconscious level, we're addicted to that stress. We're addicted to that chaos. Like, what the fuck would our life be if we were to actually slow down and sit with ourselves? Okay. Anxious asses. And I say this all with love, but truly, if you are someone who feels like that is you, like you can't catch a break, like your life is just always one thing after another, maybe you are attracting more of that shit into your life, because maybe on a subconscious level you've been so used to that you literally just like expect it. You know what I mean? So how can you slow down? Because we all have crazy busy schedules. We all have a lot of things going on. So what's actually going to be productive here? Slow down And a great way you can do this is actually by taking some time to wake up earlier in your day, right? Like really honing in on your night routine. I truly believe the way that you wind down is going to literally set you up for the entire energy of the next day. I truly believe that that's a proven thing because anytime that I stay up really late on my phone or TV, I don't get good sleep. I go to bed really late. I end up waking up really late. And then the rest of my day is kind of like scatterbrained and foggy. When I actually take time to wind down properly, take time for myself, like literally wind down, my mornings are so like it literally feels like, fucking Snow White in the back, like the fucking birds and the sun comes in and I wake up and I stretch my arms and I yawn and I go in my bathroom and I do my skincare and I put on some meditation vibes and I make my coffee and I make a nice breakfast and I still have an hour until I get into work and it's just divine. Okay, so try to slow down more. Try to romanticize your life more. You don't need to have the perfect white kitchen and the perfect Amazon mugs to make it happen or the perfect Skims pajamas. You can romanticize your life now with whatever you have, whatever you can do. Okay? My next one is take care of yourself. Take care of your appearance. I remember when I was really like in my masculine, like I was such a tomboy. I literally did not care about like things like nails or getting my eyebrows done or like I just didn't care. Like I felt like honestly like I really did not just see the need for it honestly. But ever since I actually started to like I have a lot of girlfriends who are more like girly and feminine in that way and I'm like I want to be like that. You know what I mean? So I went and I started to like take care of myself more in sense of like taking care of my appearance. I work from home, but actually taking the effort to put on a nice, matching set or like a nice loungewear instead of just like feeling like a little hobo and like working in that. And I totally see the difference in my energy, right? Like taking care of your appearance, expressing yourself in the clothes you wear, putting on some nice perfume, taking care of your skin, honoring your body through your health, right? Like drinking your water, eating your meals that nourish you, exercising, that is a form of taking care of yourself, your temple of a body. That helps to tap into your feminine energy more. It's a form of bonding with yourself, I feel. Okay. Another way is to speak more kindly to yourself, guys. Give yourself some grace. Giving yourself grace means to forgive yourself and others unconditionally. To have that unconditional love to yourself that you would have someone that you love, whether it's your child or your little sister or brother or a friend that you love dearly. Apply that same grace to yourself. Because the more kindly you speak to yourself and the kinder you are, the more better life is. Like we all crave that inner peace. Okay. And it's not going to happen overnight. Nurture your inner child, right? I've been watching That's So Raven and Hannah Montana for the past 3 days. Every time I'm eating, and my inner child is loving it. Okay. Take some time to color, whatever you love to do as an inner child, like nurture that, like keep that child alive. It's going to keep your relationship alive too, or just attract people who are just, they love that childlike energy in you. Not childish and immature, but like, that wonder. Don't lose that wonder. Love others, be kind to others. If you notice jealousy or hatred or bitterness towards others, take a good look at yourself, okay? Because that is coming from you. And then lastly, set boundaries. Set motherfucking boundaries. Because when you don't set boundaries, you allow people to walk all over you. You're worried about if they like you, if they're gonna get mad. I used to struggle with this a lot. I can make a whole podcast on people pleasing and all of that and caring what other people think. But when you don't have boundaries, people energetically feel that and they will walk all over you because they don't respect you, because you don't respect yourself. So practicing setting boundaries. Okay. Feminine energy in its divine self is extremely healing, not just for yourself, but to others. And if as a culture we connected with this more, we'd be a lot more loving to each other. That's all I have for today. And if you love this, I really would love if you could share it, share with someone who needs to hear this so we can spread this message. Subscribe, and I love you. Bye.